What's up, everybody? This is John here. Okay, so like I said yesterday, I did say that I was going to make a Pokemon video because I want to get in the mix of it. Okay, so I won't show you the other one I did post, but this is from the Pokemon thing. So this is not like a came from the game. They just got it looking like it's scary and everything. So here's the description. So this is all viewers description of eyes, so that's like something. What they saying that it means that it's going to be Pokemon. It wasn't no teaser video, but it was showcasing something else. So I'm gonna show the other picture around. Then we're gonna talk about which Pokemon it is. Yeah, we do. What we do know is that okay, let's see. Let's get on. Wait, what we miss? Yeah, so I don't know exactly how to find that. Okay, yeah, this should be it. Alright. So, in this picture, I don't know if I can zoom in. I don't think I can zoom in. If I can see. Um, okay. One thing we could just say that is, well, everybody claim it's a mega evolution Pokemon. I'm like, yeah, pretty much it would be at the case of how things is going. Okay, what is not showing up? Okay, I'm gonna go back because I don't think I could do it that way. So, all of the information that what we um got exactly from the trade from the gameplay of the demo from the Legend ZA, the most thing when you seen at the world, it wasn't just the demo at the worlds. It was actually one in GameCon that's coming today. So I was gonna talk about like all the games, but all of them is not out yet. I mean, I finished out the trailer, so I'm gonna talk about all of them in one video. Once GameCon is done, that's when I would do it. I don't know why these pictures not not the way it's supposed to be. So the one thing that we could be sure of is that the route Pokemon that is going wild is going to have most likely uh like locations where you could encounter them. So they're going to be way more about how about in those sessions. So that is pretty much the story mode of the gameplay when it is. So what we do know is four spots of them. So it's four of them that you have to beat. That's why I got it from the links to somebody else. I'm trying to see it. All right. Yeah, this ain't. I just noticed something. This ain't. Yeah, but okay. Showed the. Okay. is, and then we're gonna go to the website. Like, like for the ones with the links, the link for the Mega Evolution Pokemon. This is the way the picture identifies is a poison. So some cases it could pretty much it could be Victory Real, Mega Evolution, but we don't exactly know exactly how the way the Mega Evolutions are because we don't see too many of that. Okay, it looks like I came that one. That's nice. Okay, so in this background way, in the far right, I can't zoom into this, but in the far right, it's a window. I'm pretty sure that's a window that it shows a tree like a figure in there. So I guess that's a poison type, but the pattern seems to be going, be dropping liquid poison liquid that's in there. That's so it's, you see like a tree thing that's on top of his head. So we can see from that. So what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna just go to here so I can just see like so you can see like which mega evolution Pokemon that we could just think about. So just keep in mind is that the way the game is, I don't know what the problem with people think it's not the same. It's different than. I'm like, it's not really. The only difference is that it's just the features and you dodging basically attacks and stuff from from the poke, basically from the Pokemon. That's what you have to do with Legends DNA. So I mean, archery is. So the only difference is the Mega Evolutions and the story and the characters. So like we have like all these Mega Evolution stats exactly. That we got exactly common. So like for example, this wait a second. This is just missing something. All right. So Victory Bell is support aggressive poison, so that's to be talked about. Slowly could be part of this thing as for tomorrow because it's gonna be starting right to tomorrow in the morning. I guess in the morning between if it's 6 or 7, 8 or 9 or 10. So it's gonna be just those three. So what we're gonna do is click on it. Yeah, because the only reason why we going to the bit of the I don't think this. Yeah, I don't think that's. Yeah, I want to. Yeah, I want to go back. I think I had to scroll down a little bit. You know what? Yeah, let me go back. So I could be able to look at. Okay, let's go to that. So we can see. That's what yeah, I think they just messed me up. Oh man, I'm sorry guys, this is sick. Alright. Okay, so the first one we're gonna look at is Victory Bell Mega Evolution Victory Bell. So one of the things is that what we do know is that this Pokemon does leave out poison out his mouth. That's what we could just say as the way is thing, because by this being a wrap around his head, I could pretty much assume that each time it walks, it drops poison out of his mouth. So yeah, so I'm not exactly sure about it. So also it could also go bad. So it could also go bad this. So in his mouth, it pulls a freshened number of like fluid. The fluid is really in action. Does also anything. So one other thing is that we don't know the entry of Mega Victory Build, so I'm not exactly sure if that's being the case with this. So it does drop fluid. Well, that's basically the poison. So we don't exactly know how that's gonna be. But yeah, it does look like this could be it. But the way they describe this is just them describing how the Pokemon is, not the Pokemon entry. So his brown vine wraps around his mouth, opening, trying to shut it so that it could look like a giant bubbly pub which tie off at the thin opening. The leaf arms are much smaller near the top of the bone. First leaf at the top stands up and is much bigger than its spike. So this is how it looks. But hey, what is taking so long? Alright, so the next one we're gonna look at is Scope. And this is how it would look. So what we're gonna do is look at the Scotopy Pokemon entry tool. So we could just assume to see if the details. But looking at these the previous, I just say the previous, even though it's not the Mega Evolution ones, but it could do, it could exactly tell us how we would get it, how we to explain what it does. So a slowly engaged in a fierce terrorbout with close at the end of the one these bells with an estimate. It Scorpion lights on his prey with claws on his neck before slamming him to the ground, jabbing him with his claws toxins. With quick movements, he takes down his foes, attack. So one thing due to the picture, this doesn't significantly um, show it because if it did, everything probably be destroyed in a way because this Pokemon is more likely aggressive. I think it would have already caught the person, but we will probably see how the way that goes. But by it mega evolving, is definitely gonna have a big aggressive personality, especially attacking foes. But like one of the things is that it has a lot of speed. That's something that could be good too. Yeah, because never knows that his speed could be higher because his mega evolution is more likely. So Megascope is very cool. Starting with where the neck rolls up and the statements replace the red color with Ori, keeping it pink and the black the same. With towards the highlight, it looks like it's wearing a gray plate armor over its spy with towards but Slowpoke doesn't fit this description. What's going on in the video with the researchers. So we still got victory bell in 7 minutes. And the next one we have is Mega Dragon. Dra- Mega Dragon. So it has a two anchor which forms triangle shapes. The middle spoke of the triangle are purple and pink orbits. Its head shape intended to tread off behind and three long wide pieces on each side. Pink on the side with purple sides. The caps limbs are longer and more spiny. So that's how the way it is. So this actually does fit the description too because of the poison. Because maybe you can leave the poison right behind. Yeah, because even though this was a water type before it evolves to this Pokemon, it is also a poison type too. It could be like a three match thing because it could still learn on water type moves too. So we can also look at the Pokemon entry and see if it could fit the description. Because we still got Victory Bell, even though Victory Bell is the one that's gonna be going into how the way it's gonna be. Okay, so their poison is strong enough to eat through all of the tanker, and they spit it essentially at anything that enters their territory. The tales are told of a ship that wanders into the sea where dragon lives never to return. This ferocious Pokemon sprays a pointless liquid on opponents that come near. For whatever reason, it gets along well with the Menses. I don't know if it blends in with Seawill to ambush its prey and then take it down with one point to step. So just as the picture that is shown in the but they probably my thing is probably loading because they're not gonna show it. It's not. So yeah, so in the picture where the researcher is holding the gate, it does seem like the poison did melt it for it to get through. And the only reason why I say it wasn't, wasn't thinking it was Victory Bell because Victory Bell is a grass type also because it could still lift itself up to the gate to go but somehow he might cannot do it because of the its mega evolution. So I'm not exactly sure if that's the case. So there's another detail. Dragon can use his points and capable of pouring the metal to send tankers that enter his laboratory to the bottom of the sea. Dragon generates dragon energy by sticking his palm on his head above the sea surface and bathing in the sun. Using a liquid poison. That's what I just like. I'm like, it does look like a liquid poison on the games, but yeah. So this poison can concord the undersize of boats. So yeah, so it has to be. Yeah, it's either Victory Bell or this Pokemon. Since Fenrir is better strength, Dreaming will approach it under the cover of the sea. We didn't realize last year with your poison attack. So we have two Pokemon that could exactly make their debut the next day. So, so there's no other poison Pokemon that's in this mix. Yeah, that's pretty much it. But otherwise, yeah, so that's pretty much it. Scolipede would be cool if it's Scolipede would probably be a big hole in the game. I would just think if it was Scolipede, I think Scolipede would have already spotted the researcher, but it's not. So people say it's Victory Bell and then it's Mega Dragagony. So these are the two Pokemon that is capable of the poison that's leaving behind. But they said, but this mainly Pokemon lives under the water, though. But by this being a Legends game, anything is possible. Just to be honest, because a lot of Pokemon don't live under what a Pokédex is says most of the time. So that's what that. But otherwise, from that, yeah. So every seems like this is what they're going to be going towards. Wait, why is it? Okay, now I gotta start right back over. Here we go. All right. Yeah. So by the way, this is looking. It looks more same like it is like that. I'm not. It's like it's a little bit confusing because if it was a video, I could exactly know if it is. But I was just thinking by the size of it. Dang, let's just go to the Pokemon Trainers. This is taking too long. Like if you look at the size of the gate, I was just thinking that like which one would be way more. All right, so the case of the size. Okay, what is the size? So the weight is 80. So it's 8.51, 81.5 kilograms. So that's like 179 pounds. And then the height is 1.511. So that could be the exact size of the hole that it could be able to fit in. Because I don't think a big Pokemon like Victory Bill could fit in there. Okay, I just gotta look at the size. I'm gonna check the size. Yeah, I'm just trying to analyze the size of it. Like people like it'd be crazy if it was Victory Bill because I want to see how it fit in there. All right, let's do it this way. Okay, what's Victory Bill size? Okay, so according to this, Victory Bill is way lesser, and it's 5'7". Okay, so what we could just say is Victory Bill. That's all I could just say. It's Victory Bill. That's the only way because the way the size of the hole is way smaller because the way it is so striking is kind of it weighs more than Victory Bill. So you just gotta go by the size. So the hole right here showcases how small the hole is for it to burn. And the gate seemed like it's unlocked. I guess the researcher um, opened it up, but we could look at the comments, so it could just tell us. That could just tell because a lot of people knows. Okay, now it's about to start acting up. Oh crap! I just ended up just closing it out. But either way it goes, it's the Pokemon's victory build. Yeah, so imagine the size, like how small Victory Bill is. I don't think the Mega Evolution made it bigger, but they said the Scout is a little bit more big. So more likely it may be the other one because the way how it is. So we gonna see how that goes. So that's what I just think, and I'm gonna try to see if I could go towards. So I could be able to copy it so I could exactly see what's exactly with this. Alright, about to do this. Let's see if this works. Let's see if they show it. So I'm trying to see if they gonna show it. I don't think they gonna show it. Okay, so the way the hole is kind of small. So is it a fifth bill dragon? Yeah, so that's why I'm just thinking it is. So the way the hole is, I wish we could zoom in. It's a lot more smaller. Alright, let's look on here so we can see how the way this so I can zoom in a bit, and then just end the video. That's the wrong picture.